Test, test, test. IT organic, IT organic, IT organic, IT organic. Experience, IT organic 1804. Now, please, I'm going to leave some information for you tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're listening. I have time while I work overnight to leave these videos. Let me see. It is 2:55 a.m. Friday, January 23rd. Okay? 23 janvier 2026. So please buy some shirts. I'm going to leave the links. Support me if you like the information. Now, we're going to talk today about the Scorpion King, but really the Evergreen Consortium contract. Okay, we're going to talk about Evergreen and the Evergreen led consortium and all of the business deals that's going on right now. They're talking about 500 million. I don't know. I've been trying to look for the numbers. I can't see. I haven't seen 500 million. If anybody sees the numbers, let me know. So, the Scorpion King, you know, the Prime Minister, Alex DJ Fizeme. Meanwhile, the Scorpion King is doing his thing, man. You know, he's signing contracts left and right. Contracts that will probably last for another decade. Another decade. You know, we are in 2026, so that means 2036 or whatever, right? And you might ask yourself, how can they even do this? Because these guys were not elected by the people, but they're doing it. And for some reason, like the Haitian diaspora, they can't really, I don't know. Everybody's busy taking pictures of beaches and rivers and all that, which is good too, right? Like I always say, like if you're promoting a country like Haiti, it's good to show the good stuff. But things like this that's going on behind the scenes, I mean, shit, someone needs to know what's going on. So let's see, the Scorpion King signing all of these type of contracts. These contracts have been drafted and are between the Haitian state, right, and Evergreen led consortium, representing firms like Evergreen, representing firms like Alex Stewart International, representing firms like the Ents Group, and there's a company that I'm not even going to talk too much about. I'll talk a little bit, then you guys can do your Google. It's called Secure Report. Okay, Secure Report. That's a company that's really out of like Washington D.C. and Virginia. You know, so compagnie ça yo nous pas parler trop sur affaire parce que nous pas faire, nous pas faire blanc fâché. So this Evergreen led consortium is a group of investors. I mean, you see who they are, you see the names, you see the players, and they're, it it notably includes the Evergreen Coast Capital Corp. That's the parent company, and Brookfield Business Partners. That's the associate. They led the 2022 acquisition of the the data analytics giant company. This company is called Nielsen Holdings. Okay, Nielsen. If you guys want to Google the Nielsen Holdings PLC. They acquired this data analytics company for $16 billion. Okay, because them they deal with billions. That's why when I heard the 500 million for Haiti, I said, "Damn, that's small change. These people deal with billions." Now, these group of companies, right? This is all a consortium. Okay, a group of companies. They're there putting all their resources together to gain more contracts, you know, and make more profits. Um, this company, like the Ents Group, it's a investment company incorporated in the state of Delaware that operates in the areas of trade, financing, the improvement of the collection of taxes. It's in the food industry. You understand? Operational audit of mining. So they run audits in like mining firms, mining fields. They do audits in the banks, okay, as well as healthcare systems with more than 35 years of experience in 64 countries worldwide. Well, I guess IHC makes part of this 64, right? 64 countries worldwide, and they're in Delaware. Most of these companies that are in Haiti right now, all of the banks, all of the money, everything is being ran through Delaware or Washington or Virginia. Now, what's cool is those of you that's gonna hear this little audio, watch, the YouTube, just follow the money, follow what's going on. You know what I mean? The information is right there in front of you. Um, to go back to Delaware real quick, right? A lot of businesses they go to Delaware because it's a very pro-business state. It gives corporations a legal framework to operate any kind of business that they want. You know what I'm saying? Strong liability protection alongside potential like tax advantages. Okay, no no state income tax. You know what I mean? And no out of state earnings, no tax on that. So if it's true, all of these groups, this Evergreen Group, the Ents Group, all of these companies that's down there right now, they're going to be making, they're going to be making some profits off of this $500 million investment, right? Mind you, like I said, they deal with billions of dollars. Okay, look, let's create good energy. They are there. They are in Haiti, right, to help assist you, the Haitian. They're gonna assist us. I guess I'm in it. They're gonna assist the Haitians because Agenda 2030 is in 4 years, and they need to show something in the next 3 years. All right, that's how it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So, um, I'm leaving some of the information right here. You can get it. You can do your own research, so you can just know what's going on. Can you can you change anything that's going on? No. Can I change anything? No. Everyone already signed their contracts. You understand? Now, Alex Stewart International. That's one of the other, associate companies associated through this consortium. What industries does Alex Stewart International serve? They are highly experienced and very knowledgeable in the international metal industry, as well as all the mining companies, metal producers, and refineries. They work with governments, okay, all over the world, including, I guess, America. They work with banks, financial institutions. They work with the general public. They're all over the place. Okay, ASI. Google that. See, I'm giving you guys information. You guys are not going onto the website to buy any shirts, send any money, but it's okay. I'm going to share the knowledge, and if you really appreciate, you'll send me a message like, "Hey, how do I send the money?" I have I have Cash App, I have PayPal. What else? I have Cash App. I have Venmo. All kinds of ways to send that money. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this Scorpion King signing everything away. I wonder, February 7th, for the 7th of February, whatever. That is when you're supposed to have like a change in leadership. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had elections. I don't know how long. It's been a while since we had elections. Probably over 10 years now, right? 8 to 10 years, I think. The last presidential election when Jovenel Moise became president. So it's a bit wild. So now you have this guy, Alex DJ Fizeme, right? Alex Fizeme, Prime Minister, who is who has already sat down with like the American government and whatever, and all the deals have already been made. You know what I mean? He's trying to make sure he keeps power after February 7th. So he's going to make sure he keeps his power, and at the same time, even though he's making sure that he keeps his power, uh, he's probably going to get rid of anyone that stands in his way. So we need to see, how this goes and what's next. What is next for the country, man? They're getting all of these equipments, and all of a sudden, we have all kinds of operations going on downtown. Um, it's like they created the chaos, they created the problem. Now everyone's running around crazy, and they just like they slide in as like a savior. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, huh? Yeah. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But I'd like to repeat that this contract that this guy is signing is for about 10 years. So it's like for the next 10 years, you're gonna have all of these companies that I just talked about. They're gonna be basically running things that's coming in and out of the country. All right, that's basically what it is in a nutshell. Do you know they say that the deal that they signed with these other groups, the Evergreen Consortium group, the benefit or the reason is to strengthen the border of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And also, they're supposed to be helping the Haitian government with other ports around the country, right? where they can make sure they're, uh, you know, watching what's coming in, maybe like illegal weapons and stuff like that, ammunition. All of these things, the Haitian government could have actually they could do it themselves. You understand? I mean, I don't know if $500 million would be enough, but I'm pretty sure the government they could have did it themselves, right? Because if you're taking like any kind of outside corporations that can be also tied with other governments, man, it's just gonna be crazy. You know, people just gotta pay attention. Do not fall asleep. Pay attention to what's going on, man. Eric Prince, he also has. I don't know if he has any money in this company with the Ents Group, but Eric Prince, he has a firm that's called Vectis Global. He used to have something called Blackwater, but he doesn't have Blackwater anymore. Now he has something called it's called Vectis, Vectus, Vectus Global, and they also secured a contract with the government for private military support. We don't know how much. I don't know what the exact number is, but he's probably getting something off of his own contract, Vectus Global, uh, and also Evergreen. You understand? Because they seems to have already have like a relationship, meaning like Eric Prince was the one to bring Evergreen, Ents Group, all of these things I'm talking about. So I don't know. If someone asks me, what do I think? I'm all for it, man. Shit, if these are American groups and they out there and they about to make some money, shit. What can I say? What can I do? Huh? This is the last one. Secura Port. Now the last company, it's in between Washington D.C. and Virginia, and yeah, Secura Port. You guys can Google that one. Securi Port. Nah, I'm going to decide not to talk too much about them. Like I said, man, you can Google, do your research. Certain groups, certain companies. I know they're gonna be like looking like, nigga, why are you talking about us? I'm not saying nothing crazy. I'm just saying you guys are involved in the 500 million contract. Now, did any of you guys know about this $500 million deal? Hmm? I don't want to keep on saying 500 million because I couldn't find the exact number, but I think that's what it is. 500 million, half a bill. You know what I'm saying? Half a bill. Key services and technologies: intelligence, immigration control, advanced biometrics, threat management, border management systems, epidemic controls, systems for managing health related border. They just, boy. En tout cas, en tout cas, blanc déjà mettez l'hôpital là. You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. Eu debo e coco vide là déjà. That's how I say coco rico, not coco. They gave you the coco already. On est, il y a là on l'autre maladie là. Après ça, tout le monde déjà là. Secure Port là. Vectus Global là. Eh? Tout Delaware is going to be in the house. I call it the Delaware Group. The Delaware Group. The Ents group is gonna be there. The popular Bijo Mafia. Huh? Bijo family is gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there, man. So, are you gonna be there? You gonna be invited to the show? Huh? Probably not. Anyway, that's all I got for you, man. Just want to give you some information, and if you like the information, hit up the Cash App, hit up, you know what I'm saying? Show some love. Go on to the link tree. Go buy some shirts, right? Hit me up on the Instagram. Hit me up through the Linktree app, man. Just hit me up. Send me some information. You want to send me some money? Hit me up on Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I got some other ones too. You can send me some money on, man. Send me some money, man. Tell me you appreciate the information. It's organic. It's organic. It's organic. It's organic experience. It's organic 1804. I am open.